Fine. We're back to this game, are we? I mean, it wouldn't make much sense for me to make a video on the classic stages of this game and just leave it at that. Nah, man, we gotta finish the story, as Cody Worlds would say. Today, we're ranking the modern stages of Sonic Forces. But we're gonna clarify a couple things first. The co-op stages with the Avatar. I'm going to save that for the Avatar video, if I ever have the willpower to make that one. Because we've already got some additional stages to talk about here anyway. Yeah, the 3 shadow stages. So counting out the co-op ones, we still have 10 stages to go through here. I can hardly contain my excitement.
I have a question for the god. Why?
Number 10, Sunset Heights. For the simple reason that Shadow's version of the stage is 10 times better. But why would I want to play something inferior when a better version is right there? And again, why am I playing Forces when practically every other Sonic Boost game is better? Anyway, when compared to Shadow's version, there's really not too much going on here.
This whole game in a nutshell, basically.
I mean, there's this zipline bit which will get you to this part of the stage quicker. Like, it doesn't matter because of how easy it is to get S-ranks in this game. That's all I can really say that's memorable about this one. There's that cool grind rail shot, I guess. I mean, hell, it's one of the shortest stages in the game, too. That's saying a lot, considering how you can get through 90% of these stages quicker than waiting for a piece of toast to cook. Number 9, Lost Valley. Once again, I must bring up how a version of a stage was done 10 times better in a previous game. Why is the first 10 seconds of the stage just standard running in the line? Why is the next 10 seconds just boosting through enemies in the line? I know Generation's first modern stage was kinda similar in that regard, but the difference is that stage is changing the gears. You're stuck on gear 1. Easy mode for the entire duration of this stage. I'm pretty sure you can get through this stage just by keeping your fingers on the analog stick and boost buttons and just running through it. Why would I care about a sand waterfall at the end when the entire minute I just played was complete crap? And this is the first stage of the game. This is how we're starting things off. This game was doomed from the start. Number 8, Eggman's Facility. Okay, so there's Aqua Road, that Avatar stage where it's basically you just sliding down. Yeah, it's a terrible stage, isn't it? It was crap. So crap, they had to do it twice. As if they wasted one of Shadow's 3 stages on this, the water slide simulator.
I went to great pains to get the best mercenaries around, and he still totally wrecked the defense squad.
What do you mean, defense squad? These things are just as dangerous as those pads that you use during water slides to protect your body as you're going down them. What a waste of time. An entire Shadow stage thrown into the bin here. It's a good thing the other 2 picked up this stage's slack. Number 7, Luminous Forest. Here's the intro of this stage.
Eggman's forces are scattering bombs like confetti.
We can't go on like this!
The whole place is going up in flames. Not the kind of fireworks I like.
That's another 15 seconds on the time wasting control.
You heard anyone say the phrase boost to win when talking about this game? Yeah, they'll use this stage as their case study. The only reason this stage isn't dead last is because the 2D section, it isn't all too bad. It's got a couple different ways of getting through it, which is always nice. But guys, this just truly shows how much Sega had fallen with their level design. This alone shows why Sonic Frontiers needed to be different, which it was because of its roaming world. We needed to escape the basic linear crap that the Sonic stages had become. Number 6, Network Terminal. What the hell is this? This is what happens when you take the boost to win mechanic out of the Forces gameplay. You then get close to a minute of boring grail grinding and nothing else. That's it for the 3D section of the stage. So why does this place higher than Luminous Forest? Well, it's the 2D that comes to the rescue again. I'm sorry, but the 2D stages of the modern stages being the best part of the modern.
That doesn't make any damn sense!
But the chemicals changing the flow of the wheels is a cool enough concept. But at the same time, this is such a pain. This game is a pain.
Life is pain!
Alright, look, we're halfway through the list now. Can we please start picking things up, Sega? Number 5, Metropolis Highway. Okay, fair enough. We're actually starting to get our hands on some decent quality stages. That's the best we're getting with this game. And yet, once again, it's because of the 2D. Because for the 3D, it's just once again running in a straight line for the most part. path, but the 2D here is a decent enough challenge. It involves using these platforms to get across to the other side of the city. Platforms that will go in a direction as soon as you make contact with them, meaning you have to jump off them before they hit you into these wall spikes. A decent challenge, but even then the terrible controls and even more terrible double jumps that Sonic has in this game can still make this stage a bad time to play. But at least it's some level of quality, right? Let's move on to the next stage before I start thinking more negative about this one. Number 4, the Egg Gate. Now this stage is much more tolerable, with the fact that you have a bit more freedom with this one. There's this part near the beginning of the stage, right, where you've got a few different options available to you to get to the next part of the stage. You know things are bad when your hype levels are times 10 to see this of all things in this game, because alternate pathways in stages used to be Sonic's bread and butter, for crying out loud. Then once you've jumped through the base and avoided some drones, you've got the automated section. I haven't talked about these too much because I don't want to, especially since they're just here for the sake of padding out time. But this one has a cool vibe to it. I don't know if it's cause of the music or the fact we're literally reliving Star Wars in an incredibly subpar game.
Stabilize your rear deflectors. Watch for enemy fighters.
They're coming in. 3 marks at 210.
But I do like this section. This one I can let slide. The others though, garbage. It's nice to finally find a stage in this game that isn't that. Number 3, Mortar Canyon. I'm pretty sure this stage is always going to be high on people's list because it's the most open stage in the game. You've got some nice options here. Go the usual boost to win route or homing attack through the air drones. Then you've got some cool platforms you can go through. Oh wait, it's funny actually because this is still crap. What's the point with going through the alternate pathways you see? When it comes to alternate pathways in Sonic, 90% of the time they're shortcuts to help you progress quicker through the stage. Going through the alternate pathways here practically kills your chances of S rank in this one. You accomplish nothing by delaying yourself by going through these platforms, other than the fact you just don't want to do the boost to win gameplay. And as cool as it is to see a lot more openness in one of these stages, the fact that the developers' intentions was still to get you to boost to win really puts a damper on things for me. Hey Shadow.
Yes.
Listen man, we need you to save us here bro, can you do that?
Not even a challenge.
Number 2, Enemy Territory. I say this with absolute
Trust.
these next 2 stages carry the modern stages. No! These 2 stages carry the rest of the stages in this entire game! Not only does it fill out the stages, it stops them from being completely empty with no void of life. How can I explain how this stage feels? I got it. It's the Sonic Heroes dynamic, in which Team Dark stages were harder than Team Sonic's. Enemy Territory is harder than Sonic's stage, Sunset Heights. And it's just better overall. More enemies to get through, more obstacles to avoid. The 2D gets a major overhaul compared to Sunset Heights version. So basically this is just Sunset Heights 2.0. You know what? Why don't all the other stages have a 2.0? Because this is the format that all the modern stages should have had. If you're not going to make things interesting design-wise, then at least give us a difficulty spike like you did with these Shadow levels. Number 1, Virtual Reality. A 2D stage finishing off a modern stage Sonic video.
That doesn't make any damn sense!
It's definitely safe to say that the three developers designing the levels in this game were much more comfortable with creating the 2D sections of these stages, because this is bloody awesome!
What?
An awesome stage in Sonic Forces.
What?
Nah, the world's ending. I'm ending the channel. That's it. I've seen it all. A cool concept to start things off. That being that Infinite has attacked Shadow's mind with his virtual reality powers and is throwing everything he has to take down the Ultimate Life Form, creating some pretty intense obstacles to avoid, barrages of enemies you literally blast through. It's kind of like a Lightspeed Dash but 10 times more awesome. It's kind of good, I'm not gonna lie. This will truly challenge your skill you've gotten whilst playing this game. I died a good 4 or 5 times playing this stage. Now in usual circumstances I'd get frustrated over something like this, but literally the classic stages just took away all sense of enjoyment for me. The modern stages didn't really help with that, but as soon as I started playing Enemy Territory, I knew that, well, 2 of these Shadow stages were special, and this stage is the prime example of that. Is it a top tier Sonic stage? I wouldn't go that far, but I wouldn't blame that on the stage, that's more the gameplay's fault. But it's very enjoyable for those who are looking for a bit of a challenge. And there you have it, there is the modern stages of this game ranked. I wish I could say that was the end for this game, but the Avatar stages are right there. Oh, screw that. I'm not coming back to this game for a good couple months at the very least.